Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. I'm Kevin McNew. It's Friday, October 7th, and it was a down day in the markets. Let's take a look at GrainHedge's trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn was down 0.75 cents. Soybeans off 1 3/4 after being as much as 15 cents higher at one point during the day. And wheat in Chicago giving up 1.50 cents. News today started out like many of the days with an announcement by USDA on export sales, this time 195,000 metric tons of soybeans. Yesterday, if you'll recall, it was 258,000 metric tons of soybeans. So we continue to always seem to have this tug of war between good export demand numbers as well as expectations of a big soybean crop and the pressure of harvest that is ensuing right now. So, today was another telltale sign of that, where we had the market really sort of pulse higher out of the morning open, getting up as much as 15 cents, but was not able to hold on to those gains as we went into the close, in fact closing down around the low of the day. Other news out today in the broader economy, U.S. jobs growth was a little sluggish. In fact, unemployment ticked up to 5.0% versus 4.9% last month. So that has some people looking for a less likely outcome of a Fed interest rate hike. And so that got the U.S. dollar selling off a little bit, which is obviously positive for commodities. Back to corn and soybeans, let's take a look at basis levels over the last week. As we've been talking about, there seemed to be some stability in basis, especially in corn, with a lot of rain happening in the western corn belt, and we saw corn basis on average across the U.S. unchanged on the week. And there is some weakness going on as the harvest moves north, especially into Minnesota, South Dakota, and North Dakota. So, as we look ahead, probably next week we'll see more harvest pressure as weather starts to improve. In soybeans, basis was off on average about 2 cents a bushel, although river terminals did manage to recover some of their big losses the week prior, so we did see some strength this week in soybean basis. But again, a lot of red in the northern part of the country as harvest really starts to ramp up. Looking ahead to this weekend and the weather forecast, it looks pretty dry throughout much of the key harvesting areas of the Midwest. The only exception is the eastern seaboard, where they're obviously going to start to see the effects of Hurricane Matthew, which currently is over Florida right now and traversing northward. So really, it should be a good weekend for harvest. We would expect harvest to continue to accelerate as we get into next week. Taking a look at November soybeans, we talked about yesterday, at 975 sort of being that upward resistance point from Monday's 20-cent advance. Today we got up into the 973 mark. Looking at the 5-minute bar chart here from GrainHedge's trading platform, you can see we got out of the open and really moved higher, gaining 15 cents a bushel to that 973 mark. But then ultimately it fell apart and we ended up closing down below 960 on the close today. So overall, a very disappointing trade here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see next week continue to be more to the downside. Keep in mind, next week we have Wednesday we have USDA's latest crop production forecast. Traders are looking for higher bean numbers, and it's a bit of a mixed bag in terms of corn. Some people's thinking that corn yield could be trimmed a little bit, but acreage could be higher as a result of new data from FSA. So overall, very little, I would think, to hang our hats on next week, with harvest probably picking up pace and USDA's crop report coming out on Wednesday. That's all we've got for today on Grain TV. As always, if you'd like to learn how we can help you in your own grain trading situation, especially in the cash market, where we have over 4,300 markets we're collecting every day and giving that intelligence to our clients, visit us online at GrainHedge.com and take a demo of our trading platform. As a GrainHedge trading client, you'll get our technical alerts email first thing every trading day. Technical Alerts is a powerful system that generates quality trading opportunities. Each trading opportunity shows a chart and analysis providing clear price targets and risk potential. Technical Alerts look at historical chart formations and compare the current environment to the past to form concrete trading recommendations. The commodities covered by Technical Alerts includes grains, livestock, crude oil, currencies, bonds, and metals. Start your trading day with the most powerful insight into market direction and improve your trading today. Sign up at GrainHedge.com to become a client.